Bam!
Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother?
I can't go by without getting my daily stone every week, man.
Man, you're the busy one. I can't catch you, man. You're everywhere.
No, no, I'm not City Paul. Sorry.
Listen, I've been seeing you live. You're hosting this thing over here. You're doing that thing over there. You're doing all kinds of online.
Okay, well, you're launching courses. You're getting more clients. You're on twice a week on IG. So talk about yourself. Don't push it on me, brother.
I'm over here just trying to help, just like you, man. I'm just
serve, man. Just serve, man. I'm telling you, you just start, people. Danny is so right. Don't get analysis paralysis.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And right before you came on, I was talking about knowing what you want and why it's so important. And then the how figure, doesn't the how figure itself out later? Like
hey,
you attract the right people, you get money all of a sudden, you get the whatever, right? It comes, right?
Let me tell everybody on this IG live or who's going to watch replay. A lot of times people like me and Danny, we don't even know what we're doing, but we just do it. We don't know. No. We just do it.
Yeah. Bro, I'm completely. I just listed off 3 things I just started within the last week. My podcast, the school, bro, I'm just doing it. I don't have time to slow down to perfect. You know, I was telling you, but I had a conversation with some people that I'm partnered up with, and everybody got caught up with strategy. Okay, let's sit down, let's plan stuff out. I said, bro, and I wasn't trying to be rude in the group. I just said, I don't have time to slow down.
No.
The strategy can work in the background, but people need help right now. And sometimes I see that as an excuse. Yeah, well, let's think about it. Let's think some more. Let's think for another 2 years. It's like somebody who's the lifetime student. They do 3 PhDs because they're afraid to get out into the real world and actually put this stuff into practice, right?
Them still like that? You need to get me on that call. I'm telling you, you don't want me to come on that call.
You need to be on the call, man.
I know I do want to be on that call. Hey, what is up, Cliff? So funny, great Toronto comic. If people don't know about him, hilarious Toronto comic.
Let's check it out.
He's a great Toronto. He was part of a live online. So here, you what? Okay, here's a perfect example of don't know how. Cliff So Funny was part of my first online comedy show that I ever hosted.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Oh man, and there is my niece Samantha. Hey Samantha, what's going on in Woodstock?
Samantha?
That's my niece out in Woodstock.
Okay. What's happening?
Ontario, that is, not New York, by the way. But,
okay.
So long story short, I was approached by a lady I know who I didn't know does comedy. I've known her for 10 years.
Wow.
And she just started, she said, well, I see you do a lot of online stuff. Would you be willing to host an online comedy show? I didn't think about, wow, I've never done that before. So,
right.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Right.
And the second one is happening tonight, and it's all women.
Oh,
all black women.
All right.
So
where's that happening at? Where's that? Where can people find out?
The thing is, it's all the free tickets are gone, but she is funny is the Twitter handle, and it's basically now pay what you can. So if you go on, you get maybe put in like $2 or $3. It's all good. And she was actually looking for some comedians. Yeah, tonight's gonna be lit. You see, Cliff knows.
Yeah, I love it.
Cliff knows. Yeah, funny bit. That's
funny
that's IG handle. So people, now the free tickets are all gone, but if you want to just do a donation.
I mean, that's fine. Donation.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, the ladies are hilarious. Actually, she was looking. I got my ticket.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it.
You see?
Listen. Let me tell you something. I just want to tell you something about getting started, right? Maybe I'll save that because I'm going to have somebody on here on Monday. But we talked 30 days ago, and she's done something amazing in 30 days. But I'll tell you about my other friend. So a friend of mine is a principal. He's a principal of a junior high school, right? But he still DJs. He DJs on the weekends, right? So about 5 or 6 weeks ago, he's like, man, forget this. I'm just gonna start doing lives. I'm gonna start going live on Facebook and this and that. And then what he started doing was doing like these old school parties where he took us back to the 90s and different themes. And it's just really gotten crazy now. So like all these people are like, do boy bands of the 90s. So he does that. But it's like, just do something, right? Like, and that's what we talked about. He's like, Danny, I'm just doing it. I'm not mapping it out. I'm just gonna do it. And I think that's what we all have to understand. Stop asking people for permission. Stop expecting people to believe in you, and just take that first step. And then the how will come later. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's interesting. It looks like Cliff So Funny and C. Morris Walker know each other, because it looks Cliffy's reaching out. What did that Clem? LOL. So it looks like they know each other.
But that Clem,
It's
I love
beautiful.
it. I love that.
That is a beautiful thing, man. But like I tell people, don't get good, get done.
Yes. Do it scared. Do it scared. It's okay to be scared.
Like I said, I had never hosted a comedy show before. Never.
That's amazing.
And I never would have thought about it. And tomorrow, I'm blessed to be on a panel talking about the state of boys.
Yes.
And it's crazy because the gentleman who invited me, I emceed an organization called Men and Masculinity. Had a Men and Masculinity Summit about 2.5 years ago, and we gave him an award at that event.
Wow.
And he reached out to me 3 days ago to do this.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
And the wild thing is, they're going to be men from 7 different countries on this live stream.
That's going to be dope, man. Wow. Congrats on that, brother. That's awesome.
Well, you know what? We'll talk offline, because I want to see if either you or Jeff, the next time they do an event, maybe could have you speak on that platform.
Well, yeah. You know, and since we're talking about that, I just got asked to speak at some women's conference.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all African women and women from South America.
Beautiful.
It's called Women Helping Women. I just got the email. I just got the call this morning. So
great.
I think in another 2 weeks I'll be on that as well.
Cliff, I love Cliff. Fail fast and fail often.
I was just about to say that. I love that, Cliff. Adam, what's good, man? Adam's a great clothing designer.
One of these days, the next time, and Cliff, if you make sure you follow Danny, I would love you to chat with Cliff, because Cliff has an amazing story. And the whole world of being, like, his story of how he became a stand-up comedian is just another one of those. He just did it.
Well, hit me up, Cliff. So for those of you, everybody who's on the call and vibe, I'm going to be letting you guys know I'm actually switching up my live. So I'm going to be going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'm actually going to start.
Wow, increasing the frequency. Boom, boom.
And what I'm going to be doing is having conversations with my friends. And it's all like, I mean, people that are doing amazing things. So you guys are going to get some real cool stuff, like the principal / DJ. I'm going to have him on here. He's going to be talking about some really cool things that are going on. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. Let's Talk with Coach Stone. That's going to be coming up next. I'm going to have my wife on here. So everybody who needs health and wellness tips and mindset. So we're going to be having a conversation. So it's going to be great. It's going to be really great. And we're really going to be answering people's questions. We're going to be talking about mindset. How do you pick yourself up once you've fallen down? And, you know, how do you get started when nobody believes in you? We're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff, man. Let's
look
talk
at this.
Coach Stone.
C. Morris Walker, wonderful.
Let's see. C. Morris Walker said, I launched my Legacy Project podcast. What? At Urban Lifestyle Report. And I knew nothing about podcasting, but now it's out and it's in the universe. With COVID, just learned how to do it remotely. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well, C. Morris Walker, I can relate to you so much, because about 11 years ago, I was where you were at. And I'll tell you how I learned to go remote. Some people won't be old enough, but there's a gentleman named Michael Williams. He was the first Black VJ on Much Music.
Yep. Way
back. Mike Williams, there's a serious man too. Flood the Drummer, who works with WHYY, which is the NPR station in Philadelphia.
What's up, Flood the Drummer?
Flood the Drum is another guy. Do It Afraid. Flood and I go way back. I remember having him on the Dr. Vibe show, and then he eventually started his own podcast. And now he is. I am so immensely proud of that young man. Immensely proud.
Wow.
Like I knew him when.
Wow, that's awesome,
And
man.
That's an amazing. I am so Flood. Follow Danny Stones, man. Follow Danny Stone. I'm telling you, it's good. And then see Morris Walker. I remember Michael Williams from back in the day.
Yeah.
But see, so I was going out. He lives in Hamilton. 11 years ago, I was called him and said, Mike, I want to interview you. He said, you got to come out to Hamilton. That's a 45-minute drive, man. Like, what happens if he cancels 20 minutes in? So I said, you know what? I got to find a way of doing it remotely. Found a way, actually reached out to people who I didn't know, and then linked up with a guy who's an audio engineer in North Carolina with 30 years of audio engineering experience.
Wow.
And he told me, Dr. Vibe, you're going to need a mixer. I said, man, the only mixers I know is when I go into a club. He says, if it's, yeah, and Men in Motion. I know this lady real life. Another follower. Thank you guys for jumping on, man. Follow Danny. If I'm on an IG with somebody, that means they're the real deal.
Oh, this dude.
No, it's a real deal. So it's just like, and don't worry, we have our falls too, by the way, people. Just want to make you aware. We're not one of these 80% of the people that only share 20% of your life.
Absolutely not.
No, we ain't like that.
No.
We ain't like that. But yeah, Michael Williams, I said, Mike, I'm not going all that. And that's how I started having a mixer.
So how did that turn out? How did that conversation, did it come out okay?
Well, it was great because I was referred to him by someone, and then myself and this gentleman spent a total of 7 hours on the phone together.
Wow.
To get everything done. And he just said, hey, no problem. No problem. Just said, no problem. Just here to serve. And this is how crazy it is. I remember about 4 years ago, I was doing an online live conversation, and he messaged me and said, hey, call me after you're finished. I go, okay. So call him after finish, says, Dr. Vibe, you're not speaking in the front of the microphone. I go, oh.
Wow.
So I said, okay, because I have this microphone and there's a dot on it, and that's the front of the microphone. I was speaking on the back side of the microphone, which was not giving the right audio. So that was, I already follow you both.
Thanks,
fantastic.
But Vibe, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you figured that out. And what, over 2,000 conversations later, you know what I mean? You've gotten so much better. You've mastered this thing. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you could have just not said, I'm not taking that call because I don't want to drive out there. I don't know the technology. Even when you tried the technology, you realized that you weren't speaking into the right side of the mic. That's what I mean. We just have to start. We can figure things out along the way.
Right? And I think just to build on what Danny's sharing too, when you do these things, don't be afraid to take suggestions from people that have more experience than you.
Right.
Get your ego out of the way. Even if they have one more day experience than you, they have one more day experience than you.
Right.
Check your ego at the door and just listen to them. As long as they're doing it with the right heart and right intent, check your ego at the door, because you don't want to blow people like those out, because those people will help you succeed.
That's true. And to remember that about yourself. You have more, like a lot of us think that we don't have knowledge and experience. You know more than lots of people about lots of different things. And like, even if it's one more day, one more chapter, maybe you're one chapter ahead. That's it. That's all it takes. You're one chapter ahead of the people behind you, right?
Look, and I think Danny saw it live. I had a 5-year dream come true a few weeks ago, having Mario Armstrong live on IG.
Wow.
5-year dream. And believe me, I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mess that up, because that's like the biggest online conversation I've ever had.
Right.
And I did everything to prep, I sent him the flyer I was going to use on IG to get him approved. What do you want to talk about? All that stuff. And he said, hey, comes on, let's just chop it up.
Right. Amazing,
But
right?
but you have to, there's nothing, I will say, yes, do it afraid, but also go in with confidence.
Yeah.
You can be afraid, but you can also be confident.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
C. Morris Walker said, wow, what a great story. I will reach out to you both to be guests. You're so awesome. Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, that we're just here to serve, man. Like I said, we're just here to serve. Like you reap what you sow.
Can I share a story? Can I share something real quick with you guys?
Please.
I just found out this morning. So my friend Jeff Martin. For those of you who don't know, we came up with this book. 10 men wrote this book, right? It's called New Me, Stories of Perseverance. You can see us on the back there, right?
Yep.
So Jeff is the guy that brought us all together here. So I just was talking to Jeff earlier, and he did a video on his IG. He's sitting. I saw it. He's sitting in the car, and he's telling the story about when he went to speak at a prison here in Toronto. He went to speak at a prison, and to a small group of guys. The last guy comes out, realizes, hey, you're Jeff. You're the guy from the book. I saw you guys getting all this attention about the book, right? So Jeff's like, what? Yeah. And he's like, man, you know, that's so amazing. 10 black men got together, wrote the book. He's like, man, that really inspired me to change my life, blah, blah, blah. So Jeff is posting this morning. We tried to get this book into the prison system. And to get books into the jail system is very difficult.
No, that's a whole boy.
It's difficult.
Yes.
Right. So I was set to go speak at the prison right before this happened, and my contact there, who's a correctional officer, she's like, I'm like, is there a way that we can get some books? She's like, it's so difficult. Anyway, long story short, Jeff is on his Instagram this morning, and he posts the prison is actually taking some copies of our book now.
Yes.
They actually agreed to take the book. So our book is going to be able to be read in a prison here in Toronto.
Yes.
And hopefully we can get it in more prisons across North America.
Yes.
And so, again, the whole way that this came, it just came together. It wasn't something that was planned. Jeff has a podcast called Brothers from the Six. I had been doing some things out here, and all of a sudden we just kind of connected. The idea came together. He's like, we should write a book about challenges that we've overcome. We did it. We had an amazing book launch in Toronto that some of you, Jill was there. Jill said, great. And then all of these things started happening.
Yeah.
And so that's what I mean. Sometimes things just come to you indirectly. You don't even know where it's going to take you. And a lot of people just are afraid to step outside of their comfort zone. No,
they're afraid. They're afraid. You know what? They're afraid to fail.
It's okay. Failure is okay. It's a part of the process. It's okay.
Failure is a moment. It's not a person.
Yes. And it's a lesson. I've learned so much from failing. I've learned so much from failing that, you know, I think I have this confidence level. It's because of failure. Like, I'm confident in who I am. I walk my own path. You know, my friends, people who meet me tell me that all the time. Like, man, you're just sure about yourself. And yeah, it's because I've failed. It's because I used to worry about what other people think. It's because of all of these things that I learned from, I grew through. And so I think that's what a lot of us have to do. Like, sometimes you just have to fall down. Sometimes you just got to do
it. I had something I wanted. Oh, you don't have to be confident all the time. You just have to be confident at the right time.
Exactly.
At the right time.
Exactly.
At the right time.
Right.
That's all. When it's game time, you're on.
Yes. Yeah.
The rest of the time you can bumble and stumble, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But when you're confident at the right time, that's what the key is.
Wow, man, like always, man. I love having you on. Every time we get on, we always, I don't know, I got to come back on your show more. I don't know. We got to
hey, the mic is open. The mic is always open.
Every time me and this guy get together, we have like crazy conversations. And I have a few people like that. And that's why I decided to start this Let's Talk with Coach Stone, because the conversations like you and I have, or me and Jeff, or
Yeah.
me and all my other friends, I'm like, we should just do this live because the conversations are
Hey,
so
look,
like mind blowing.
So this is what we got to do. I'm going to reach out to you and Jeff, and I'm going to see if you guys have the time in your journey. Once a month, we just get together and go live. And I like this. Fear is a major downfall for many. I'm going to add to that. Fear is fake.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're making it up. Fear is fake.
Kay Sweeney said, that's it in a nutshell. She said, C. Morris Walker said, my dad tells me nothing beats a failure but a